Okay, go.
Hi, my name is Ginger with the Dwarf Car Museum, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Dwarf Car Museum. This right here is Ernie Adams. He's 83 years old. He is currently building a 1941 Chevy automatic in this other room. He's almost done. He's got just the seats to upholster and then take it out for level 1, level 2 inspection.
Where did I am totally ignorant to how one would do that. What does he use? Where does he get the metal? Where does he get the
I'll get
steel?
to that.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Ernie's middle son, my husband Kevin, is the gentleman who came in every day after work and he filmed his dad building these cars. And this movie plays in the middle room just to the left. You're welcome to sit and watch it. I highly, highly suggest it. This is when we get into some of the metal building. This here is Ernie's very first car. This is when it was a total of 7 refrigerators. It is currently now at a total of 9 refrigerators. And he used refrigerators because he did not know how to bend metal at that time. He continued to build. He made the very first Dwarf race car. And once he made the very first Dwarf race car, they became so popular, he went into business just building the Dwarf race cars. One day Humphrey Willard came in and he bought about 10 of his cars, took them back to his garage, and that's where he copied the Dwarf race cars and made his cars, and they ended up being called the Legends. From there, Ernie retired from Tanner Sand and Gravel, and this is where it starts getting really good. This here is Ernie's 1942 Ford touring car, and in order to make this car, the first thing he must do is get a donor car. And a donor car is typically a 1972 through 1984 Toyota Corolla. And that's where he gets the whole running gear, all the running gear, the motor, transmission, the axle, and then he has to make the chassis, floorboard, and up. He makes all of his jigs for each car. He makes the bumpers, grills, hoods, roofs, trunks, side panels, quarter panels. He even makes his very own he even makes his very own, I was right. He makes his own steering wheels, door handles, hinges. And on that wonderful video, he also shows how he makes his own 32-spoked rims. If you get an opportunity to watch the video, I highly suggest it. You will see him physically doing this. And they take about an average of 3,000 hours to make one car, which is 3 to 5 years. The average scale is 11/16, and the average speed of these cars is 100 miles per hour. Any questions, you're welcome to reach out to Ernie, to my husband Kevin, or myself. I'm Ginger.
Okay.
Any questions that you might have?
Not at the moment. I mean, I read some of that, but it's pretty amazing.
The 32-spoke rims I was telling you about, see the 32 Ford Coupe over here, two-door? That's one of his sets of his 32-spoke rims. And the car next to it, which is a 34 Ford, it also has homemade spokes on it. And that's Ernie right over there.
Oh, I will stop and at least say hi and tell him how much I'm in awe. That would be the only word. All right.
Ernie loves that baby, so.
That's Ernie. I just had a nice discussion with him. True to my word, I was in so much awe of Ernie that I forgot to turn the camera on. He talked to 20 minutes. Holy Jesus. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shelves. This is where they showed the movie that Ginger spoke of at the beginning of the video. If you're into the details of this process, it's well worth watching. And if you'd like to order a copy of it, I'll put a link in the description as to where you can do that.
Windshield wipers, you have the CD and turn technologies. This car is very comfortable to sit in. It has 57,000 miles on it that I've driven it.
As I'm sure you've noticed, there's many collections in this museum, and most of them have to do with cars, which makes sense. This is a little more eclectic. Hummels and various other Hummel-like things. These are some of the other tools that he uses. This would be the men's room. And this came on and scared the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of me when I came on. Yep, men's room. As you can see, this is where it all began, and where it continued to happen for 29 years. Building dwarf car replicas can be a grave undertaking. In the spirit of that, here's the family cemetery.